Welcome back. As the fight over abortion rights in Arizona re-intensifies after the Supreme Court decision to enforce an 1864 law, we are joined now in studio by Republican State Representative Matt Gress, who led the way for a vote to repeal the law. But before we get into it, we're going to listen to some sound to what happened yesterday at the Capitol.
All opposed vote no. Ayes have it. So ordered.
And Matt, that was intense, very chaotic yesterday. Can you kind of just give us your reactions to how things played out yesterday?
Sure. So when we got finished with our regular business on the floor, I went up and made the motion to bring to the floor a repeal of the territorial abortion law. And then another Republican went into recess, and then it was adopted by a voice vote. I, along with all the other Democrats, opposed it. We wanted a vote on the measure. But then after the recess happened, the Democrats were yelling and chanting, of course, and it was chaos, and Republican and Democratic members were moving all over the floor.
Yeah. Were you disappointed that it played out that way?
Absolutely. I mean, this is an 1800s era law. It's very draconian. And quite frankly, it needs to be repealed immediately, and the urgency could not be greater. That's why we sought to use a very unorthodox procedure to bring this bill to the floor to address a court ruling that I disagree with.
You mentioned the fact this bill only 3 sentences long. Yesterday, as this all played out, is there a divide right now among Arizona Republicans on how to move forward, the best ways to move forward on fixing abortion right now? And if so, what is the solution to actually finding some type of common ground?
You know, I think Arizona has been a place for leaders who set aside party ID to do what's right for the people of our state. And I'm calling on Republicans and Democrats to come together to work on the solution. Some of my Republican colleagues wanted to have a little bit more time to consider what is a highly consequential issue, deeply personal. So, you know, while I was disappointed we couldn't get to a vote, we will have a vote next Wednesday when we reconvene, and we're going to pass it.
You're pretty confident about that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we have seen in other states where abortion has been put on the ballot, it's been overwhelmingly passed. Do you think that this issue of abortion is going to make or break the November election for your party?
You know, I think that Arizonans, and I represent a district that includes independents, Republicans, and Democrats. Neighbors are talking to each other about issues such as the border economy and abortion. And they want their elected officials in Washington, D.C. or at the state capitol here in Phoenix to figure it out, to make some progress on the pressing issues of the day. So I'm hoping that cooler heads will prevail. But ultimately, we're going to have to resolve this issue, because otherwise, I think we're giving voters two extremes: a territorial ban and then this abortion access law that, in my view, goes way too far.
All right. Congressman or Representative Matt Gress, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us. This is obviously an issue that is going to be around at least until November. We still have the election to go. We still have hopefully some progress that can be made at the legislature next week.
Yep.
So,
all right.
thank you very much.
Thank you.